recent Ray Rice domestic abuse, man. I gotta get your opinions on that.
He's a fucking idiot.
You think he's a fucking idiot?
He's a retard. And I'm gonna tell you who's the bigger retard in this situation, and it's Roger Goodell. Okay. And a lot of people are kind of like, well, he should keep his job. My nigga. Yeah. This nigga knocked out his female. You gotta understand, this is the guy that's setting the authority in the NFL. Mm-hmm. You're suspending people for smoking weed, you're suspending them for doing all this shit, but you gave this nigga 2-game suspension after viewing the tape. Now don't tell me that tape got to your office and you never seen it. You found the tapes for the Spygate scandal against the Patriots, but you ain't get the tape that was sent to your office? Roger, we're not stupid. Now, why would you cover that up is beyond me. You ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? He made it into a stiffer penalty without the video being released. Now, the question you got to ask yourself is this. If TMZ would have never dropped that footage, would we have ever seen what really happened? So you're gonna sweep that under the rug, knowing you're the authority in the NFL. So now you pick and choose who you penalize. Yeah. Like, to me, it's like you want to enforce stronger testing on niggas that smoke weed. These niggas put their bodies through hell. If a nigga in the NFL want to have a blunt because they want to chill and relax and not feel no pain, I'm cool with it.
And keep it a stack. If you're gonna smoke a L, it's gonna affect you negatively on the field. So why are you gonna really get at them? It's like, dog, if they performing at their best while smoking, you gotta even give them some props. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so now you taking a steroid.
Exactly. You coming for niggas smoking weed. You suspend Josh Gordon for a year, whatever. It's his 3rd offense.
He actually just reduced it.
He can't
because of what happened.
He looks like an asshole.
Right. Exactly.
Like, my nigga, you covered it up. You penalized the New England Patriots for trying to cover up Spygate. You covered up that Ray Rice situation. However, whatever reason you did, brother, you did. And you cannot be trusted after that. And people can say whatever they want. You know, Norbes is wilding. Who are you? I'm an avid fan of the NFL. And I don't trust you. And if anybody in the NFL sits there and says they trust this man, it's crazy. Didn't he ban Vic indefinitely without him getting indicted?
So you think that he should get the
the
Sterling treatment?
He should get fired because that's an embarrassment. I don't condone what Ray Rice did. You know what I'm saying? And he should be banned indefinitely. My nigga, first of all, you didn't only assault a woman. My nigga, yeah, she spit at you. Whatever the fuck it was.
Did she really? Because you can't see it in the video.
I don't know. Whatever they saying. I don't give a shit if a bitch spit at you. My nigga, you knock out. My nigga, you bench press probably 325. You run over grown men for a living. That bitch is probably like 5'4", 115 pounds, and you rock her. Not only did she get rocked twice, she hit the fucking banister inside the elevator. She could have killed her. She was out.
Yeah, she
was out. So you can't sit there and tell me that Roger Goodell seen that video and was like, hey, 2-game suspension, Ray Rice. High five. Like, nigga, there's no justification for that penalty. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you want to attack niggas for smoking bud when it's not affecting nothing. It's just helping them recover and relax. But a nigga knock his wife out or whatever the fuck it is. Domestic violence is not a good thing, bro. I know a lot of people that have grown up viewing that type of shit. And for you to give a 2-game suspension, so I might as well beat the shit out of my girl and smoke a blunt, nigga. It's a bigger penalty to do that. Right. And I just think that due to the fact that he's in the position that he's in, you are the one laying the law down in the NFL. You should be banned.
Something that was alarming to me, and it was legit like the next day after the whole shit popped off, his wife, Janay, well, yeah, the fact she got married to him, but she went on Instagram the day after the video got released, and she was, talking about how, the media, you've destroyed our lives, it's all your fault, just leave us alone, this is none
First of all,
First
of all, like, the one thing about women, and first of all, you should be standing up for women. A lot of women go through this, and it's not right for a man to feel comfortable enough to knock you out. Like, my nigga, like, if I had a daughter, and obviously she has a father, I don't know her situation, and some man put his hands on my daughter like that, you think I'm not going to want to kill this dude? You don't think Ray Rice should be in jail for it? Bro, one wrong twist, she could have died. Bro, the way she hit that banister, I was like, she was out. Yeah, nigga dragged her out. Like, so you know, I understand you love this man, or whatever, he's taking care of you, but you got to stand up for women. Like, no man should ever feel that comfortable to hit you with a left hook. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think she's caught up in her feelings, and she's caught up in, you know, and I've seen it with a lot of women, and I always ask myself this question, like, why would you let your man hit you? Like, he's not your father, he's not none of that. Like, why would you let a grown man just slap you around? And domestic violence is a real big problem in this country, in the world, period. And she should be taking a step forward and being like, you know what, you represent women right now. And I'm not saying, you know, write a book or whatever the fuck it is, but my nigga, that man wasn't right. And for you to sit back and marry him after that and then try to hide what happened, you're basically giving other women the impression that it's okay to hide that type of stuff. Right. And I don't know the female, I don't know who she is, but you represent women now, whether you like it or not. You became a huge celebrity off of that knockout. Mm-hmm. And you're obviously taking the wrong steps. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, his punishment is with the NFL's obviously cut, banned indefinitely, lost.
He made all his money. He had maybe 2 years left in his career. He's fine.
Mm-hmm. But he lost Nike endorsements that could carry him afterwards.
And I commend Nike for doing that.
The Madden, they dropped him from the roster, Madden 2015.
I commend Madden, EA Sports for that.
What, I mean, do you think that he deserves further punishment in terms of, you know, legal systems, and or do you think that he's going to live it out?
I know in New York State, I don't know if it's, I think it's law, don't quote me. But if somebody drops domestic violence, if you drop a charge of domestic violence, the city or the state picks it up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Like, bro, like, it's not an excuse. It's really not. If, you know, my father and my mother, you know, they would argue. My mother's a wild Puerto Rican lady, bro. Like, my mother beat the hell out of me many times. And my father, and when I tell you, my mother is 5'3", beautiful woman, love her. She's crazy. And if my father never put hands on her, then I know I should never put hands on a woman. And I don't think there's a place for that, bro. And what he did was like, it's embarrassing, bro, to be honest with you.
How do you feel about, you know, the wide variety of people who have spoken out in his defense? There's been people who, like, Mayweather didn't necessarily speak out in his defense. Kind of did, though. He was saying that he thought the NFL should have stuck with their just 2-game suspension because he was like, I just don't like when people go back on their word. You know, whether they got it right or not is on them. It was interesting because he was like, you know, he said this one day and they were like, did you see the footage? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, it was pretty disturbing. And he was like, you know, there's worse things that go on in households. We just don't see it. And then the next day he was like, I actually didn't see the footage.
Roger Goodell.
Yeah. No, that was Mayweather.
Oh, Mayweather?
Yeah, that was Mayweather.
I mean, Floyd, I love Floyd. I'm a big fan of his ability. If you ask anybody, I'm the biggest Floyd Mayweather fan.
I know you got him winning in the
Yeah, he's gonna win clearly tomorrow. Like, it's not even, Maidana's not in his class. But the one thing I don't like about Floyd Mayweather is sometimes media training is terrible. Like, some of the things he does, like, and I love Floyd. I think Floyd is a genuine dude. I've heard a lot of great stories about Floyd, of him being, no, it's dead serious, of him being, like, you know, giving to the community and all that stuff. But sometimes he just doesn't say the right things in front of the camera, and I'm just like, bro, like, what the fuck? You know, you're Floyd Mayweather. But, you know, Floyd should have just kind of just stepped. I know he had some domestic violence. Didn't he do some time over that shit too? So, to me, it's like, bro, like, steer clear of that shit, man. I know you want to support somebody, support them on your time. When you're a public icon, you're not a D-list celebrity. So your words carry weight. And you can't condone a man doing that to a woman, man. I don't give a shit if that's your brother. If that was my brother, I'm gonna support my brother, but I can't condone that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that, bro. You don't put your hands, and it's not like, it's one thing to slap a female. And I don't think that's right. This nigga jawed her twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Caught it with the Tyson.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't, any man that says who outright supports what he did is stupid. Like it's not right, bro. That nigga went to the next level. Even though he was drinking or whatever, I don't know if he was drinking, it's not an excuse. He looked way too comfortable throwing that left hook on her. And I feel as if, you know, he should be banned, period. I mean, I don't think you should come back from that.
Interestingly enough, Tahiri actually just got beat up.
Really?
By a guy.
It's a never-ending cycle with these females. I'm not gonna lie to you.
She said, I didn't read into it, but she said that she was beaten because she was a woman. I don't really know exactly.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what she meant by that. Like I said, there was probably more that she said. I didn't read it all. But what do you think needs to be done in terms of, like you said, it's a worldwide problem in terms of just addressing?
I mean, for one, women have to stand up for themselves. You shouldn't, like, and I think women get their love and all this shit. I don't know how some of these people are raised, but a man feeling comfortable to just slap around a woman like that shit ain't right, man. Like, it's just not. Like, and Tahiri, you're another person that's a woman. Like, you know, you got a voice, and you should be empowering them. You got to put yourself in a situation of a father or whatever. If you had a little girl, imagine a little girl just running around, and some man just came and just slapped the shit out of her, or her boyfriend. Like, you cherish, you know, your daughters, you cherish your boys. I don't think it's right on both ends, because I've seen girls feel free to swing on guys, to be honest with you. I think it's the same thing, but a man is genuinely stronger. You know what I mean? And especially a nigga in the NFL. Yeah. Like, you're a superhuman, bro. Like, you're not a regular dude. And I just think a lot of these females gotta stop being quiet about it, because it's not okay. You gotta set the example for the future of females. You know, and if you allow it to go down, then you're as guilty as Ray Rice, to be honest with you. You really are. If you feel like, oh yeah, you know, I got out of hand, yeah, bitch, you got out of hand, I leave. Go do something else. But to feel comfortable to throw an amazing left hook, to be honest with you, because that was on point.
Yeah, he was stepping back while he threw it too.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, I don't feel sorry for you, bro. Like, you made enough money, you're rich, bro. And Baltimore should have banned you from jump. You know, they say they didn't see the video neither. I have a very hard time believing that, to be honest with you. The authorities said they sent the video, and I think a lot of people need to go down for that, because, you know, you guys are the leaders of this country, to be honest with you. If you look at it, like, you know, NFL is the biggest sport, the biggest league in the United States, you know. And Ray Rice is a fucking face of a franchise. It was him and Ray Lewis for how many years? So, you know, you got a responsibility, man. And like I said, Roger Goodell, I feel like should be dealt with worse than Ray Rice. A lot of people might think I'm crazy, but you're the one setting the law. And you're basically saying that a 2-game suspension was a good penalty for that. And then, you know, nobody sees the tape until TMZ drops it. So now, if they would have never dropped that footage, we would have been like, it probably wasn't even that serious. But my man, she got knocked out. It was that serious. And I just think Roger Goodell should face a worse penalty than Ray Rice, to be honest with you, because you covered it up. And that's an embarrassment. You're a man that sets the laws in the NFL, and you let that pass. So what if something else happens? Well, we don't know about. How much other stuff went by that we didn't know about? And you're in that position. If it was Obama, what you think happened to Obama?
Yeah, it'd be over.
It'd be over. So to me, like, you're in a position of power. You're a position of influence. You should have known better than to hide that tape, or at least ban him forever, bro. You seen it. We didn't see it. So your initial reaction wasn't sufficient. I definitely think Roger Goodell should be fired. Just keeping it real.